I feel like we're traumatizing people. Like, I don't want to, like, upset anybody.
Makes me feel bad.
How's it going? It is Mythos, and sorry for leaving this video for so long. I've just seen others covering this though, so that's why I haven't bothered. But after my debunk of Cody and Satori, I'm still getting comments like, well, if they're fake, how did they know all of that info? For a start, I have literally shown Cody knocking with his foot, ankle and toes in this video here. We can literally see him manipulating his joints when the knocks happen. So like, who cares about the info? We know he is faking the knocks. By the way, I have got some shit for that thumbnail, but in my opinion, they are the biggest frauds. They have been viewed by more than 90 million people, and a big percentage of that has been fooled by them. I'd say that's pretty damn big. So about the questions I keep getting about the info, I've stopped replying to these questions because I've been answering loads of them and I'm just repeating myself. So instead of answering, I'm just making this video and then I can just link it, and if anyone asks you, you can just link this video as well. It's probably going to go on for a while, but if you really want to know what's going on, make sure you stick at it, which I know most won't, because a lot of the time I can tell someone's just seen a title or a thumbnail and then commented. But this is for you who genuinely do want to know what's going on. Also, I've said I'm not going to make any more videos on these two, but the amount of people who still believing them and are coming at me is just crazy. So this is for you lot who say people need to leave them alone and stop bullying them, but you are sending insults to all of the people who call them out. Kind of hypocritical, huh? Okay, so in this video I'll cover the info from episode 1 onwards. The last clips will be the debunking video from Sam and Colby's reaction channel, so if you want to skip to a certain point, that's the order that everything is going to be in. Okay, so to start, we all know that when you book the Conjuring house, you have to book online with your full name. And the full name and details of any guests that are going to arrive with you as well. Also, when you go to the house, you have to sign a waiver when you enter.
Number 9 here says demonic possession.
So it'll make it relatively easy for them to look you up because they have your details. Plus, it helps if you are a famous YouTuber or someone like that. Guys, I have to say, you need to be careful what you post online. Just imagine it wasn't Cody and Satori doing this trick to make you think you are talking to your dead family. What if it was someone who was pissed off at you? What if it was someone who liked the look of you? Do you see what I'm saying? People don't realize how much they post online, so just please be careful, guys. Okay, so getting on to Cody and Satori.
Feel free to try to debunk this as hard as you can. Here we go, guys.
The first one and the super easy one to cover is Sam's grandma. This was even covered by Sam and Colby in their response video, so I'm actually quite shocked people are still bringing this up to me.
After we left the house, we realized that all the information we got was in fact researchable, including, yes, my grandmother's nickname. I mean, I was having this full-on breakdown, so I wasn't fact-checking this, but yes, my grandma's nickname, Olivia, is online.
Everyone has covered this. Type in Sam Goldback family and his grandma's obituary pops up, and there is her nickname, Libby. Boom. The next one is producer Zach. Now, a lot of people have held on to this one because, like Zach says,
I mean, with you, like, you're a public figure. I'm not a public figure. There's no way that anybody in this room would have known anything about any of these people.
so how would they know the info on his family? Well, you don't have to be a public figure, that's the thing. Like we seen though, Zach didn't want the info out there, so I'm not going to put it out there, but I can't just say I've found info or you won't believe me. So I'm going to have to explain how easy it is to find. But I'll do it without sharing names, and I'll blur out pages that show any names. So just to tell you before I get into this bit, it might sound elaborate and a lot of work because I'm going to thoroughly explain it to you, but all of this, what I'm going to say, took me less than 5 minutes. Alright, so first of all, I knew he was called Zach, but I didn't know his full name. Boom. Now I know his name. Now I can find his social media pages, and he is actually quite private on there, just keeps it very professional, so there's not too much to find on him. So does he follow any of his family members? Yes, he does. And they give quite a bit away. Zach has obviously moved away from home to go and work with Sam and Colby in Los Angeles. So if you search Zach Los Angeles, you will find nothing. So finding his family, I've found one of his family's places of work. Okay, now I know where they live and where Zach is maybe originally from. I can type in all of those family members into Google along with where they are from, and then also type family obituaries. Boom, there we go, easy as that. I've found any deaths in the family, and not only have I found all of the relations to these people, also what they did as jobs, what they had for hobbies. There is literally so much info here. If I was a faker, I could craft a very convincing story to fool Zach into thinking that I am speaking to his deceased relatives. I could literally go into so much detail to the point where Zach would think
It's impossible.
But like we seen with Sam, all I have to do is drop a name,
Ben? Okay.
and then you will give me the rest of the info.
Oh, Sid and Ben are my brother and sister.
And if I give you a message, no matter how vague,
You? More?
then you'll take that as a hit and think that the spirits are coming through, because you'd think that there's no one out there disgusting enough to research this stuff and use it to tell you that your dead family is speaking to you.
No way.
Okay, so onto Colby's fake reading. Again, another easy one because he is so well known. There are websites that post info on people and their families, and also Colby has posted things before with his mum and dad in the photos along with their names. So first for Colby we get Frank, then we get Tell Lane Elizabeth and I are okay. Colby confirms who they are by saying,
I think Elizabeth and Frank are my great-grandparents and my dad's grandparents, because when I was doing some ancestry.com.
whoa, hey, Colby bro, don't be giving away Cody's secrets. You mean the website where you can type in anyone and find their family's history? Jeez, who would have thought it was that easy?
Tell Lane is my dad, and nobody spells Lane like L-A-Y-N-E.
Except for everyone on the internet who is obsessed with celebrities' lives. Next is Bob, Colby's grandpa.
Bob is my grandpa.
We know Colby's parents' names, so if you Google their names, add in family obituaries, all of that info comes up on Bob. And what is Bob short for? Robert. What is Colby's full real name? Cole Robert Brock. So I take it his dad gave him the middle name after his dad, Colby's grandpa.
My dad's dad.
Colby says this.
So this would be his son.
And then although Cody and Satori already know this, Colby has just given them the info so they can say,
Son?
Bob's your son.
Bob is their son. That's what he said.
Oh, he's trying to tell me that.
and guys, did you notice Satori knew it, so she couldn't be bothered to go through the alphabet anymore, so she just said son straight away, seeing as though Colby has just said it. It just saves a bit of time, right?
Deed.
Yes, son.
Deed.
Yes, son.
Bob's your son.
Bob is their son. That's what he said.
Sure he did, sure. Okay, so next they come out with...
Is with her. Okay.
Okay.
Now, this surprises Colby because he says,
L-E-S-A.
Nobody spells Lisa.
No one spells Lisa like
That's
that.
my mom.
as in, if Cody and Satori are faking, they wouldn't know that. But, like I showed you before, Colby's mother's name is everywhere. But what about Janelle, his grandma Daly?
That's my grandma Daly.
Well, the same as before. If you just type in Cole Robert Brock's family obituaries, his grandma Daly is straight there. We know these obituaries are the real ones because they list related family members, and you can see all of these people there, Colby and all his family. I'm honestly trying hard not to get pissed here, guys, I'll be honest. This is just freaking crazy. To search for things, come up with a plan and a script of what you're going to say to people, just absolutely unbelievable. Okay, so in episode 2, as we all know, we are now joined by Amanda.
Invited our friend Amanda out! Hey!
We all know what goes on, but let's go over it. Okay, So Cody and Satori come out with Frank Bartlett, and obviously we all know these two know all of this info and have it memorized, but Amanda does herself no favours because she also just helps them out. Which they'll like, because just in case they forgot, it's just a nice little treat for them.
My last name is Bartlett.
Do you know a Frank?
My dad's name is Frank Bartlett.
Amanda also says she doesn't use her last name on social media.
I don't use my last name on social media.
No, but a lot of the time you featured your brother in your videos, and we know his name is Tyler.
Tyler, woo!
If we look on your Instagram for him, boom, we know your surname is Bartlett. So the same as before, look who he's following, type their names into Google, and boom, all of the family pops up. It tells you all of the details you want to know. They then decide to go along with the soldier that Amanda had seen last time she was there, on a video with 36 million views, but they claim they have no idea what Sam, Colby and Amanda are even talking about.
But I saw the soldier the first time I was here.
So, like, he's confirming that you guys saw.
We saw each other.
Or he saw you.
Whoa.
Yeah. I don't know anything about this, so I'm just going to, if you know what that means,
Yes.
good.
Come on guys, quit the act. You work there. These people are coming to film there, and you're telling me you haven't watched the previous video that they filmed there with 36 million views. Okay, so while we're at this point, if you haven't seen my other video, why mention it? But a lot of people love to bring up this device that they set off on command. Whose device is it? It's Cody and freaking Satori's own device. Suspicious much?
That's a static box, is that what it's called? That's a static box, is that what it's
Yep,
called?
so it detects static anomalies in the air.
Now moving on to... We've now got Larry and Bella joining us, so let's see what goes down when Cody and Satori arrive. Alright, so first up we get Bella. Now, I've seen other channels cover this, and they say Bella couldn't get a reading from them because they couldn't find any info on her, with her being adopted. So just to confirm this for myself, I've had a look and that is in fact true. So instead, we get Abigail Arnold telling us that she touched Bella. Now, this came across quite convincing to be honest, and this could definitely make people believe it's legit, but hold on. Now, Cody asks,
Where?
as if he doesn't know. They are so excited and obviously aren't thinking that Cody and Satori are faking, so they say where she got touched.
A, B, C, D, E, F.
And then they come out with leg straight after that, as if they were concentrating so hard on doing the alphabet they couldn't hear them say leg. The thing here though is Cody and Satori weren't in the house when Bella got her leg touched, so they shouldn't have even known she was getting touched, right?
Abigail, we don't have Cody and Satori with us, but we will later.
Was this a guess? I highly doubt it. So, this makes me think, oh wow, I've been looking into something else and this could possibly support that as well. Because I've been getting a few emails from people who are very suspicious of the team using the cameras to watch and listen in on you and make the lights flicker to respond to you and stuff. Now, I'm not saying that's happening, I'm just saying people are suspicious, but them coming out with this is now making me suspicious of it. Were they watching? As we know, there are cameras all over the house, just the same as the Bel Air house where they were messing around and got caught out. You're telling me if you've got security cameras all over your building, Sam and Colby are coming to film there, you're not going to watch the cameras to see them doing their thing? So there's no definite proof there, of course, just speculative, but I'm very suspicious right now. Oh hey! Maybe it was just Abigail telling them she touched Bella. Oh god. Next up we get to Larry.
Colby don't work.
So first off we get Larry spelled out and the guys are laughing because they realised that Larry was getting spelt out.
L-A-R-R. A-B-C.
They make Satori laugh because obviously she knows it's Larry getting spelt out as well.
G-H-I-J-K-L.
I don't know why this annoyed me so much. It's just like, come on guys, quit the act. You don't need to carry on going through the alphabet. Just freaking say Larry and let Cody knock to confirm it. Now, a few people have pointed this out about Larry saying,
That is crazy. How do you know my name? Oh, I signed it.
referring to the waiver. What I didn't notice before is Sam's reaction. Look at his face. I'll be honest, to me, that looks like he's saying, shit, Larry, shut up and just go along with it. You've just given away their game. I don't know. I've always thought Sam and Colby got tricked, even like their friend Chris said here.
Oh yeah, and this is the one where like they got basically scammed in it.
But after their latest upload on their reaction channel, it seems after all the debunks on Cody and Satori, they're still backing them. This makes me very suspicious, I'll be honest. I am genuinely a little bit shocked right now. Unless this was just filmed ages ago and then only just uploaded, but I don't know. Anyway, so this is an interesting bit because they come out with...
Gone. Family watched while Dad was gone.
And I've seen a bunch of people saying, ha, they got that wrong. They've seen this photo on Larry's Instagram and with it saying, Happy Father's Day, Dad, I miss you. They thought his dad had died. But if we look at what they said, I don't think they were actually trying to say that. If his dad had died, wouldn't they have said something like, family watching over now that Dad is gone? While Dad was gone is saying he was gone, as in he's back or coming back. So what's happened there then? Well, I didn't know his real name, so if we Google that, there we go, his name is Larry Merritt. And if we Google his parents, the info comes up about them. Actually, there's an article that covers that people expressed their sympathy for Larry about his dad's passing. But in the same article, it details that his father wasn't dead and was just in prison. Something Larry actually tweeted about himself. So saying this was impossible for Cody and Satori to know is just a bit silly. Also, it's quite hard to find any details on Larry, so congrats to him. That's what we should all be aiming for. So, what did they do? Use the info they had to work with and then give vague responses like, family is watching over. Not any family in particular, because that was hard to find, so just family. Speaking of vague messages...
Can we ask her one thing?
Yeah.
If she has a message for anybody here on Earth in the physical form, what would it be?
If you could reach 1 million people, what would you say?
We are okay.
Oh my god.
That's good.
They give like any thought of like what they see or how they're seeing us. Is it easy?
Yeah, she's like, yeah, of course. Light. Yeah, you see light.
Is it like how they describe heaven? Like is everybody in one place?
Good. It's good.
It's good.
That's what she said yesterday.
Yeah.
She
Or 2 days ago.
always
2 days
says
ago.
good. Is it beautiful?
No.
It's real.
Oh my god.
Is there any specific goal and or meaning for us humans on Earth? Anything that could help?
Love. I'm calling it. Love. I'm calling it.
Yeah. Love?
Were you repeating him? Yeah.
That's amazing, guys. Fucking love. I love that.
Next, they go to the basement and there's nothing really to talk about here. This is just a fully made up story by Cody and Satori that they are telling everyone. There's some evil thing out in the woods, so just be careful going out there. But as I mentioned about Sam and Colby's latest video on their reaction channel where they are backing these two, out of everything on their channel they've ever done, they rated this conversation in the basement to be the #1 scariest experience they've ever had. I'm sorry, but I am just gobsmacked right now. I really hope they filmed this just after the Hell Week series, because if not, this is just freaking insane. I mean, yeah, at the time, if you did think that was the most scariest thing, now you know it's BS. You can't say that, surely. I don't know. So, on to... This is just another little whatever reading, nothing personal. Sam and Colby just ask some questions and they just give some vague answers. So again, nothing really to talk about there, but I have done a video already on their message a while ago if you want to check that out. Although I think from memory I didn't even have my mic plugged in, so it's a pretty bad video, but I talk about their message and how the message has got to us through lies.
So we are on the road.
On the road again.
And we got Cody and Satori. We kidnapped them.
You did.
They have no idea where they're going, and we didn't even know where we were going either.
I still don't know where I'm going.
Abigail's
5 miles away.
Yeah.
Abigail's chilling with us.
Okay, so we're getting to some juicy stuff because all of this has really stumped a lot of people. So first of all, let me just point out that Cody and Satori obviously work at the Conjuring House, right?
Yes.
Cody and Satori
What?
work at the Conjuring House.
You don't say.
But do you think they would live nearby as well? I'd say so. I can't imagine each time they go, they travel very far. So I'd guess they live close by. As we know, her father is Jason Hawes, and he has lived in Rhode Island since 1979. So I presume Satori has lived there her whole life. Now, let me ask you, how well do you know your area around where you work and live? I know mine pretty well, because I've lived here my whole life as well. Just keep that in mind. So if we look at the Conjuring House and where it is, it's kind of in the middle of nowhere, to be honest. If you know Sam and Colby are coming back to do some tests with you, do you think it's worth memorizing some local deaths that happened around this area? And looking around the place, there is limited places available where they could take them, to be honest. So it's going to be quite easy to figure out where you're going to end up. Let's just take a quick look at what the options could be. Besides just some other local random businesses, there's not much, to be honest. There's a cemetery there, that might be a place they might end up. There's another cemetery, so not much, to be honest. Okay, so let's put in where they ended up and see how far away from the Conjuring House the places were. The first place we seen was Globe Park, wasn't it? So, it's there. Only 20 minutes away, and looking around, there isn't many locations around this area they might have went. I think Globe Park kind of makes sense as one of the places to go. What I'm getting at, like I said, there isn't many places to go, there's only a few places, so you only have to really memorize a few deaths of key locations around that area. Just say if you had 10 places of interest they could possibly take you, then you could memorize those and the info around them pretty easily. Remember, although they don't know where they're going because Sam and Colby are taking them to wherever, they live there. They know the place. My guess is they even shop at the Walmart where Sam and Colby got those slippers from, because if you look at where it is, it's actually right near Globe Park. Not even far from the Conjuring House. You could even pop there on a dinner break, it's that close. So remember, when they got to Globe Park, that wasn't the first place they visited.
To show that these are random locations, the first one did not even work out because it was so loud around a main road that we couldn't even film there.
And if we look at Colby's phone here and put that info into maps, we can see what Sam is saying is correct. But did they get no activity because of the noise around that area? I mean, yeah, it does look like it's a busy area than other places around there, but what I'm thinking is there isn't any specific locations there where they thought they might take them. Do you think Cody and Satori didn't memorize any of the info around this area? It would be interesting to see if they were getting anything at all and it was just quiet knocks, or they got absolutely nothing at all. Because remember, while on location, Colby did say this.
Here, second location. First one didn't work.
First one didn't work. It's just a park.
Yeah.
Okay, so on to Globe Park.
I think this should be good. We are out in the middle of this park. I actually have no idea what it's called.
Our team sent us a random location.
Now, first thing I want to point out is that Cody and Satori acknowledge a few times that they definitely didn't know where they are.
And they had no idea where we were taking them. We did not even.
We have no idea where we are right now.
But what if I showed you I think they're telling some porcupines? Because like I said earlier, do you know the area where you work and live? So if we check out Cody's Instagram, he loves to tag where he's been. If we look at these photos here, as you can see, they're doing some kind of appearance at Providence, Rhode Island. If we look on the map, that is only 27 minutes away from Globe Park. What about this one at Rhode Island Convention Center? That's about the same. What if we put in the Conjuring House too? Oh, you can drive right past Globe Park on the way there. Oh, look at this one at Harrisville. That's only 18 minutes away from Globe Park. And also, you can see this is right around the Conjuring House area as well. Come on, guys. I don't believe that you have no idea about the locations around that area. And you've never heard of Globe Park and Globe Park School. Pfft, come on. The first name we get at Globe Park is one most people have covered now, but if you haven't seen it, we get
Terry Fossey?
Harry Fossey.
and they say she's a teacher at Globe Park School. Now, one thing I want to point out, when Sam says,
Oh, wait. This is Globe Park.
Oh, this is Globe Park?
Yeah,
we're at?
I just looked at this sign right here. It says Globe Park. This is the playground for the school.
Well,
Yeah,
Terry,
that sign says nothing about Globe Park, so I'm not even sure what he meant there. I think even Colby was like, "What are you talking about, bro?" when he pointed the camera to it. Did Sam slip there? That they did know where they were going? Okay, so we get some more info. They say she passed away in 2007, but Satori asks for a specific date.
can I get the date exactly? Do you know?
But it seems like Cody forgot what it was, because he then says Terry just walked away.
Terry?
Terry.
Break for a
Can
sec.
you walk away?
Yeah, let's
Give him a break.
Listen, I said it would be easy for them to maybe example memorize deaths around the area and maybe a few details, but specific dates? That would be hard, so you can't blame him for forgetting that, right? Alright, now they all keep referring to Terry as he.
When he died.
Break for a
Can
sec.
you walk away? Give him a break. Who he is.
But Cody obviously knows it's a lady, and he obviously is wanting to let everyone know it's a lady because he just can't help himself. He says,
Park.
Did we determine if it's a he or because Terry could be both?
And then Globe Park School is 900 feet away.
I wonder, they must have made obituaries online in 2007, right?
"Whoa, Cody, whoa, you're going to give the game away, bro." Do you know what this reminds me of, guys? Have you seen Breaking Bad when Gail Bettaker was getting blamed for Heisenberg's success and Walt couldn't take that, so he just had to drop a few hints that Heisenberg might still be out there?
Maybe he's still out there.
So they confirm here the details of Terry were correct.
Terry Fika died
Fika!
at Woodsong School Department at Globe Park School.
Now, did you notice how Sam messed up the name and Colby sounded a little bit confused? Colby has been saying,
Is that his last name? Terry Fossey?
so then he's like,
Fika died.
Fika!
so he realized it was wrong. And also Sam said,
Terry Fika.
he corrected himself because obviously they've been saying Fassi for the past 20 minutes or so. So he got a bit stumped when they said Fika and said Fika. Okay, so now most of us know if we look up deaths near Globe Park School, Rhode Island, a number of articles pop up about Terry misspelling her name as Fassi. If we find her obituary, we can see it is Fika. You just had to scroll a little bit further down to find that. Oopsie! Did you guys just mess up when you were doing your research? Because I don't think the spirit of Terry would misspell her own name if she really was coming through. Onto the random studio.
We went to a random studio that our team had rented out, and before we went inside, we spontaneously told them to do it right there in the parking lot.
They did it, but we didn't see because the spirit apparently wanted to keep the info private, so not much to look at there. So let's get inside. So as you can see, we're at 1021 Studios, and if we look at where that is on the map, damn, they are actually quite far away from the Conjuring House, aren't they? But where are they right near? Where we seen Cody has done multiple appearances and talks on stage! You can't make this shit up! This is too funny. I'd bet he hasn't looked up any info for anyone this far away from the Conjuring House. I bet whoever he brings up is already brought up in the past whenever he's been around that area. So they're in the studios and coming up with a load of stuff trying to get Sam and Colby off their tails, because I think they know that Sam and Colby are getting close to figuring out what's going on. They even say as much.
Getting too close to figuring it out?
That's where they're like, no, no more.
But then some info comes through about some spirit called Terry. Yeah, another Terry. This time it's a guy called Terry Robinson. They confirm that he's not with anyone here or attached to the building. He's just from outside and popped by to say hello. They tell us he was shot around this area and he was only 22 years old. They ask if he knows when he got shot and they say sometime around 2014. Okay, so they then pop this on screen to confirm this, and I've got to be honest, if they did memorize people this far out from the Conjuring House, that is impressive, but I just can't see it. I think it would be too far away. I found this article on Terry's death, and it says here it happened in the parking lot on Fillmore Street. If we look at where that is, it's literally right around the corner from where they are. So that is pretty crazy. As mentioned earlier, Cody has done appearances here, so let's see how far away that is from this location. Alright, so it's not too far, but it is further than I expected. This one has me a little stumped a bit, I won't lie. If they memorize people this far away from the Conjuring House, like I said, that is impressive. If Cody remembers him from readings when he's been around that area, that's also impressive. And the one I'm most likely thinking. Or, with this being on the news and in multiple articles online, and Cody living there, maybe he just genuinely remembers it from when it happened back in 2014. Alright, so I'm going to try and dive a bit deeper because this one's bugging me a little bit. So if we look at Terry's obituary, it says he was educated at Providence school system, he played football and basketball. Hey, it's a long shot, but Cody is quite tall. Just imagine if he played basketball with him. It says here that Cody went to school at Tri-County Regional Vocational Technical High School. Jesus, what kind of name is that? If we look on the map, that's only 30 minutes away. Now, I can't find any photos of Cody playing any sports at all, and I think this is a bit of a reach. So hey, this last one has got me a bit. Maybe they can speak to the dead after all! Most likely I'm thinking he's brought up this Terry another time, when he's been around this area, or he just genuinely remembers it. Come on, Cody and Satori, it's time to just come clean. Just get it over with. Okay everybody, well I'm just going to end this here. Hopefully that was a help to somebody and explained things and explained how easy it is to find this info that people keep saying it's impossible. Thanks for watching guys, make sure you stick around and I will see you in the next one.